on the second part of the tutorial, to looking at kind of simple shapes from isometric to an orthographic view, I'm going to show you how to draw a slightly more complicated shape. So no hidden details or anything like that yet. We'll be doing them later on in different tutorials. If you're wanting to look at that, skip ahead to look at, if you go into a playlist, you'll have to find your tutorial for that. So again, we've got our front view, side view, plan view. This I've got the shape, the numbers already written on the shapes. Again, if you do want these worksheets, so examples, you can have a go at them. If you go on the link in the description, it'll show you how to get to the sheets I've created and a few templates which you want to do. So again, we've got front view, plan view, side view. So as I said, your front view wants to be your most complicated side. So the side's got the most detail on it. So in this case, it's going to be the L shape, 'cause it's not a straightforward kind of square surface. The top and the side view kind of square shapes. This one is a bit more of an L shape on the front, so it'll be good to give us a bit more detail on it. So again, when I'm doing this, if you're doing it on plain paper without a grid, obviously if you set the ruler to mark it out in centimetres, millimetres. For this one, I'm going to use just a straight edge. I've got my gridded paper on the edge to make it a little bit more simple to start off with while you're getting used to the skills and practicing it. So again, when we start the front view, it needs to go in the bottom corner. So we always start from this bottom corner. So I'm going to pop it on there, start from the bottom corner. And my front view is 4 squares across. So this cross that's going to spot my page, this line, so it's going to spot my page, is going to be 4 squares across. So starting from there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is going to be that bottom line. Up the edge is going to be 3. So I'm going to pop it on there. 1, 2, 3. And down. Oops, sorry, on there, missed one of the squares off. So, across the bottom. So I've got that line down there, that line there, this line going up. If I look on there, it's going to be 1, so that distance is the same as that distance. So it's going to be 1 square up and then 3 across. So 1 up, 3 across. So 1 square up, 3 across. So 1, 2, 3. So I've got this line's going up. So if I'm looking for this line, the same size as it is in there, so it's going to be 2 going across. Going up. And then across the top. So for this line here to complete this L shape that we're doing is going to be 1 across. So again, if I've drawn it alright, I should just be able to join up at the top. So where this is slightly different from the cube shape is we can now see, if we're looking down, we've got 3 kind of corners that we can see that are going to go up. The theory behind it is the same. We're still going to draw a construction line going from each of those corners that we can see looking down from our plan view. So if we're looking at our isometric view, the plan view should have 1 square there, another square there, or a rectangle there. So you've got one bit that's going to be 1 by 3, so 1 square thick, 3 squares long. And the second box that is going to be next to it, because you're looking straight down so you can't see that face. You can only see, if I shade them in a little bit, that face and that face from your plan view. So just do that there. You can see that top face and that top face there. So it's going to be like a long rectangle and a more blocky rectangle there. So as I said, what I'm going to do first to make it easy for myself, with front view, I'm going to draw construction lines going up. Again, not quite touching my drawing, but going up from each of the corners that I can see on that plan view. So I've got that one, and this one here. So again, all going straight up. So as you can see there, I have got 3 lines going straight up now. So first thing I want to do, which is again helps me because my first line is going to go between that line and that line, because that's how thick my shape is. I'm going to draw that line going across my work. So I've got that bit there. So that line, again, is that 3 plus that 1. So if I'm putting those two bits together, so 3 plus 1, it's going to be 4 all the way across. Again, on there it shows me how long it is all the way across. It's going to be 4 lines all the way across, so 4 squares going all across. The width, or how deep it's going to go, is 3 blocks. So this one, I'm going to draw 3 blocks going up, so 1, 2, 3, draw a line going on. Same on this side. And because it's the same thickness running all the way through the shape, it's not getting smaller and thicker again, it's staying the same thickness all the way through, I can just draw that line going across. Now, after I've drawn the outline, my guideline, which is where it helps you kind of drawing, shows me where that top bit, so this top face, is going to be. Because it comes off that top edge, it shows me this section here is going to be that face, that section here is going to be there. So all I need to do is look where that guideline crosses over my shape, where it intersects it, and draw down, and it gives me those shapes. So that, as I said, bit there is going to be that shape there, that face looking down is that section there. So remember, you can't see this one because you're looking straight down, you can't see this end piece because you're looking straight down like a bird's eye view. Side view, I'm going to kind of do it the same way as I did the cube. So I'm going to first of all draw my construction lines going out to the side from each of the corners I can see. So this time I've got one there, I've got one here, and I've got that top corner that I can see. So I'm going to draw them coming out. Now again, to help myself make sure I've got this size equal to there. Again, I could measure it, but I find this bit easy because it also helps me fill in the details on this side. Is from the top corner, so imagine if that's a square in total, from the top corner of where that shape is, I'm going to draw a 45 degree coming out. So if I'm looking from there to there, where that corner would be there, 45 degree angle, find it, there it is, 45 degree, and draw a line going out at 45 degrees. So from that, I should be able to draw my construction lines going out from my plan view, coming across, hitting that line, and coming down to give me all the bits that I need. So on this one, these side bits here, and this face, are the two faces that I'm going to be able to see. So again, I'm going to have one rectangle that's a 1x3, so a long thin rectangle, and a 2x3 rectangle, hopefully, if these views fall into the right size, or into the right guides. So popping this on here, from the bottom corner, going across, hitting that line. When I get to that line, 90 degrees down, and just past them construction lines. Same for the top corner, because there's only these two corners I can see on this one. Going down, again, keeping the lines faint. Obviously the fainter you can rate them, the better. I'm doing them a little bit harder so you can see them on the camera. So that should then, where them intersect, gives me the shape for my side view. Looking at my side view, I've got that box is 1x3 on the bottom, which, yeah, I've got there, and this 2x3 square, yeah, there, I've got there. So going from the side view, you can't see this shape on the side, you can't see this shape because you're looking kind of dead on, so you imagine you're getting to the same level as the shape and looking across, you can't see any of the sides. So what I need to do then is just go over it so it is a bit darker, and then that will give me my side view. Last thing to do after that is to label them up, and ideally what you would do then, I've got rubber on me actually, so I'll explain it. Ideally what you would do then is rub out the construction lines that go near the corners to make sure they're not quite touching, like we did here where they're not quite touching the shape. You just use rubber to remove those bits. I'll show you in the next tutorial. I'll find a rubber for the next bit. I'm just going to do that. So again, I've got my side view. Side. I've got my plan view. So plan. And then I've got my front view. So hopefully that makes it quite simple. As I said, quick summary. Start with the front view. So always look for the more complicated side. Draw that first to get the hard work out of the way and done with. That way, when you do your construction lines going across, it means that those construction lines, as you can see when I did this, as long as you get this side drawn accurately, basically the construction lines finish off the other drawing, so it's nice and easy. So as I said, draw your front view. Doesn't matter what order you do this in. You could do your side view and do it, plan view and do it. Doesn't matter which order you do them in. But draw your line, 45-degree line coming across, up and across, to draw an insect for the last view. So basically you've got your front view, draw your construction lines, draw in your plan view, in this case what I did. Construction lines going across to that 45-degree line, and where all the lines basically intersect at the end, so all the construction lines from that side and the plan view coming down will then make your side view. So again, this kind of second tutorial, I've got no hidden lines or any hidden features in this one, so again, keeping it quite simple. If you're looking for those, have a look at my next couple of tutorials and you'll be able to see how to do some hidden line bits in there. But again, this is the last one for kind of simple shapes. Next one, I'm going to start to put a few more complicated shapes and a few more extra details into it. Again, hope that helps, and thank you.